can do this. Okay. I've got everything I need. Oh, gun in hand. It's time to go.
Darian Quilloy has released the 4th episode of the 2nd season of Vita Carnis, titled Terminal Rally. So, let's not drag this out any further. A huge thanks to everyone who answered the question from the previous video. Remember, if you want to be featured in the next one, just reply to the pinned comment where the new question is posted. What would you do if you had a mimic right in front of you? Without further ado, don't forget to leave your precious like and subscription to help the channel grow and reach more people. Every like is one more coin to escape poverty. If you're not sure what to comment, just write meow in the comments section and I'll give you a heart in return. Comments are incredibly important and really help the video, so don't forget to leave yours. Also, make sure to check out the playlist with the previous episodes of Vita Carnis. You can find it linked right up here. Welcome to the first elder mimic ever caught on camera. The video begins with a text dated February 1st, 1995. The message reads, "I have a request. One of the researchers I know has been missing their progress reports. I knew he would miss a few since he got approval for one of his field projects, but it has been 4 months. I know it isn't my place to ask you this, but I am worried. I wouldn't ask if I weren't sure something was wrong. I found out where he was researching. Unfortunately, you know the area well. I will send what information I have." The video then displays a report dated September 20th, 1992, signed by Dr. Farron Brones, a specialist in mimics. In this record, the doctor details the complexities of studying mimics during the final stage of their life cycle. According to his observations, these creatures develop traits that make them increasingly elusive and potentially dangerous. One of their standout abilities is their capacity to hide in plain sight, possibly by adopting human behaviors and appearances, even wearing clothing to blend into their surroundings more effectively. In this advanced phase, mimics also rely on their vocal abilities, using short phrases to lure their targets. Interestingly, it is noted that mimics can speak different languages depending on their region of origin, suggesting a high degree of adaptation and a direct connection between their behavior and environment. The report also references the so-called elders, the highest evolutionary stage of the species, which are extremely rare. Only a handful of sightings have been documented, with just one clear photograph of an elder. However, the lack of concrete data about these creatures raises questions about the researchers' ability to fully understand and address this threat. Another report from the same person, dated October 2nd, 1994, nearly 2 years later, is then presented. In this report, Dr. Farron states that he has received the authorization and equipment necessary to conduct fieldwork, suggesting he might be the researcher mentioned in the initial text. The doctor mentions that he has sensors, cameras, and some devices of his own creation and is heading to the designated site to install everything, intending to record his findings for a subsequent report. He also notes that none of his colleagues have agreed to join him on this expedition, likely due to the project's challenging and possibly dangerous nature. The scene then cuts, informing viewers that the following footage was recovered from Dr. Farron's personal recorder, obtained on February 17th, 1995. Given what we know, it seems likely that his project cost him his life, and what follows will reveal the cause of his disappearance. Dr. Farron installed a series of motion sensors and cameras across various zones in the area, including a main base. As a precaution, he reinforced the door and carried a pistol for protection. In total, he monitored 11 zones, with a control panel that would illuminate the corresponding zone when movement was detected. He also had a supply of energy bars and water for 20 days, allowing him to remain on site during his investigation. Turning on his recorder, he explained his situation. He was in a house within mimic territory. The doctor also had a radio, ready for any significant developments. The second day passed without incident. But on the third day, at 2 a.m., movement was detected in the living room, where the mimic moved between rooms. However, the doctor made a critical mistake by turning on the radio to try to hear the mimic. From previous videos, we know that electromagnetic signals from radios can influence various types of Vita Carnis, such as crawls, trimmings, and even singularities, which can detect them with ease. With mimics, it appears to be the same. After the radio was turned on, no further movement was detected, suggesting the creature became aware of the doctor's presence and started moving more cautiously. 2 hours passed without any detected movement, confirming the mimic was no longer being tracked. This indicated the creature not only detected the doctor, but also the cameras and sensors, likely hiding nearby. The doctor, perplexed by the lack of activity, spent 2 more hours without success before deciding to investigate further.
Okay, I'm going to go and check what happened. I'm going to try and play it safe, going slowly. Okay, here we go. Gun, just in case.
The mimic knew the doctor's exact location thanks to the radio signals. He became visibly worried upon realizing that the mimic he detected was not a common one, but an elder variant. His fear stemmed not only from the mimic discovering his hiding spot, but also from its unpredictable behavior, as previously noted. Dr. Farron concluded that the mimic moved so slowly that the sensors failed to detect it, crawling for 4 hours to reach his location. This highlighted the cunning nature of elder mimics. Over time, the doctor decided to stay put despite the lack of sound or movement. He noted that after 20 days, personnel from headquarters should come to retrieve him. With no further activity from the mimic, he began considering the possibility that it might be safe to retreat.
I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. Okay. I've got everything I need. Oh, gun in hand. It's time to go.
By the 11th day, the doctor begins to lose his composure, visibly terrified, as the mimic tries to confuse him. On day 16, the doctor decides his only option is to attack the mimic and make a run for it. On day 17, the doctor mentions that he shot the mimic in the face, heard it scream, and then an eerie silence followed. However, the lights indicate that the mimic is waiting on the stairs. He finally decides to wait until day 20, the expected date of his rescue, but in his next recording, he clarifies that it is now day 22 and no help has arrived. The recording turns completely dark, and by day 28, with his food supplies depleted, the doctor concludes he has been left to die in this place. He mentions that he was sent without any support because the higher-ups knew he would uncover something so revealing about the mimics that it would change the general perception of the Vita Carnis. However, due to corruption within the research organization, those in charge decided to let him perish there. The doctor hides the camera, hoping it won't be found by headquarters, but rather by someone else who could expose what truly happened.
It's been 28 days. Food has run out. I know, Al. I know. I was too dumb to realize. But I have it figured out. They sent me here to die. I didn't know why, but they did. But I don't think they knew that I would figure it out eventually. I've hid this video recorder so that if they do come, they won't find it. Hopefully someone will. I will leave one last audio log for them. Audio been 28 days. Hope is lost. He waits for me now. He will claim his kill soon, probably. Probably hears me right now. But I know now. I'm ready. I know he knows. This is it. There you are.
In the end, the camera is discovered under the sink, alongside the body of Dr. Farron. This discovery is made by the person mentioned at the beginning of the story. Curiously, none of the other equipment or supplies that the doctor had previously shown were present at the site. This could imply that headquarters removed the installed cameras after the doctor's death. The informant responds, commenting that the situation is far worse than expected and advises proceeding with extreme caution. The video ends at this point, but as expected, there is a hidden video that adds even more mystery to the story. This hidden video features reversed audio and distorted speeds. However, the only clearly audible word is carcass, spoken by an entity that appears in the background as a large spider attacks smaller ones. Well, that's all for today. If you want more videos like this one, don't forget to support the video to the max and share it with as many people as possible. Don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms, where I upload exclusive short content you won't find on YouTube. Also, remember that you can now become a channel member. Just click the join button next to the subscribe button to enjoy tons of perks and exclusive emojis while supporting me. If you're interested, join in. I'll be eternally grateful. And remember, this video was made by a cat, and cats can't talk. Thanks for watching, take care, and see you soon.